We are back with the Mayor's Budget Improvement Discussions. We have the Convention Center Authority here to talk with us today. Charles, always good to see you. I know you may have brought some folks. I'll let you introduce them here in a second. I also want to say that we've got some council members who are with us today. We have Councilman John Cooper, Councilmember Nancy Van Rees, Councilmember Robert Swope, Councilmember Taneka Vercher, and that's it, right? Okay. Oh, and I thought we might have one more. Councilmember Sharon Hurt is also with us today. Just for the folks at home, reminding them that we will have more requests for funds than we have revenue. We'll take all of those dollars discussions at the end and make sure we're allocating those for the best of the community, although that's probably not one of your concerns.
That's always.
But go ahead, please. Okay. If you don't mind, introduce, and then we'll talk about your budget and just what's going on.
Okay. Absolutely, Mayor. Thank you. And thanks, Rich and Talia. I have with me today Heidi Runyon, our Director of Finance. So Heidi does all the work, and I come up and talk a little bit. So that's what we try to do. Well, the good news is
very well by the current finance director.
Well, hey, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate Talia training her up, and I was fortunate enough to come in there. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the good news is we're not here asking for anything. So, the good thing is for us is that, as y'all know, we have dedicated sources and revenues that we generate, so we're not asking for any money out of the general fund, whether it's operations, capital, debt service, et cetera. So that's the good news for us, I guess, in coming in today. I just wanted to real quick, if I could, Mayor, I think a couple of important points to note, and certainly I'll be as brief as I can. I think as you look at our future, we have got a tremendous amount of business that's on the books and coming to us in the future. So as we look ahead, the future is extremely very bright for the Music City Center. What we see in conventions coming to Nashville, our booking pace has maintained what it did prior to the building opening, which is basically unheard of, that we've been able to continue to do that as we move through in groups that are going to continue to come into us. We've got contracts now executed out to 2026, and we actually have some proposals out as far as 2034 right now. So we work a little ways out into the future and continue to do so. Another thing I just wanted to comment on briefly is that we take social responsibility very, very, very seriously for us at the Music City Center. Our DBE participation numbers, which we've shared with you all where we are for our fiscal year, was over 35% in DBE participation. And then also what we've done sustainability-wise from our green roof and our solar panels and what we do on recycling. This past year, we also added some electric car charging stations into the convention center, and our rainwater tanks that we collect off the roofs and off of the building actually furnish us 50% of the water usage at the Music City Center. So for irrigation and also for toilets and flushing of urinals.
And do you still have the bees on the roof?
We absolutely have the bees on the roof, yeah. It's about to be bee time again here real soon. We can get some more out. So we're also have been a partner for a number of years now with Hunters Lane High School and what our commitments are within the Metro Public Schools. And we have kids from Hunters Lane that we job shadow with and come in and spend some time with us each month. We also now have hosted the 9th grade career fair. It'll be our 6th year to have that coming. This last year we had 6,900 9th graders. I told Dr. Joseph on that one day I had the largest school in Nashville. And then I know we're going to share with you some of the work that we've done for Opportunity Now, and some of those numbers and what we've been able to do as we'll continue to work forward there. And then kind of last on the community side, at least talk a little about some of the nonprofit work that we have done. But as important, one of our neighbors is the Nashville Rescue Mission. And just this past year, we donated a little bit over 150,000 pounds of food to the rescue mission that come from banquets and other needs we had where we can send it straight to the mission and they can in turn use it back in the community.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Just real quickly to talk, we did announce, our board approved a $20 million enhancement to the facility. That construction is underway now. We're building a food and beverage outlet at the corner of 8th and Demonbreun, and also increasing some concourse space up there where it's a little bit tight that we're adding. That construction is underway. We expect that it will be done by the end of this year, so the end of calendar year 17, because in early 18, the first week of 2018, we have a very important group from our perspective called PCMA that will be in town that will bring about 5,000 people to the convention. But of those 5,000, 2,400 of them will be meeting planners. So that's our customers. So we're going to have an opportunity the 1st of January to really show what all Nashville and downtown has, to have these 2,400 customers in our city for a week. And so we're really looking forward to that and think what that can do for us as we move forward in the future. And then from just a budgeting standpoint, our board has approved our budgets to move forward. You know, one of the things we look at certainly is what's our future commitments and what we see out in the future, and both from a debt service standpoint and also just from a capital requirements. You know, we're getting projects getting ready to get started, for example, at the 5th and Broadway. So we'll be seeing that get started here very, very soon. And as you know, the Convention Center Authority is going to build that parking garage that's there. So we show that and what our future commitments look like. But in this size building, one of the things that we want to make sure that we always do, we think we've got to be really good stewards, certainly of our money, but we have to look forward and say, what do we have to do to keep that building looking as nice as it did on the day we cut the ribbon? And so we continue to identify long-term capital commitments. And currently, we've got over $100 million identified in long-term capital that we'll be spending, so.
But a lot of
over the
that's
next-
but internal capital, I mean.
Internal
Right,
capital,
right,
yes,
right.
yes,
So
it's
it's
internal
just,
capital, yes, sir, absolutely.
Again, as you budget wisely to
Yeah.
have, think ahead for the needs.
Right.
You got it, yes, yes, sir. And so I think with that, certainly any questions you may have, for anything that we can talk about. I think, again, it's doing what we said it would do when we were back, and when you voted for us back a number of years ago, and we appreciate that. And let me say, I appreciate all the time, Mayor, that you spend coming down to welcome groups. How you keep your schedule up, I don't know, but we appreciate when you make some time to come down and welcome some of the groups that are coming to Nashville. It means a lot, so we thank you for that.
Well, Charles, I just want to say quickly that I think that looking at the success of the convention center and under all that you have done and with the authority has been an incredible benefit to Nashville. And I think there is no two ways about it that vote was absolutely the right vote, and building this convention center was absolutely the right decision that we made at that time. And I always continue to be impressed about the forward thinking of you and your team about how we're going to continue to make sure that facility is a showcase and a revenue generator for Nashville, which I know you're doing. I am absolutely appreciative of the investment that you're making in the social components. And as we look at trying to make Nashville a greener city, you are already leading the way, which I'm appreciative of. As we look at the food waste component that we're doing, the fact that you're actually able to repurpose some of your food into feeding folks who need that food. Also incredibly grateful for the internships and the opportunities to put youth to work. I think you're just hitting it out of the park. So I have, we brought you up here just to laud you. How's that? And so there are no hard questions, from me anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't know, these other two, I've got.
I was just gonna say, I got these two sitting next to me.
Grizzly Adams over here, I'm not too sure about him. but
Grizzly
that's-
Adams.
You know,
good.
one thing just to, you and I have talked about this
Yes.
before, about how the convention center and the staff there, when we have a need for something, they've always been able
Yeah,
to step up.
always.
And just as an aside, I think this morning or yesterday, Chief Anderson and others alluded to the whole, with the president coming to town, all the
Yep.
complications that arose with that because of having to move events and things and all that. And so literally the Music City Central was moved to the convention center
Yes.
yesterday. And it, Charles didn't have to do that, but obviously they did it, accepted it,
Thank
made it
you.
work. And that's just, that he and a bunch of other departments that worked yesterday on making that event go smoothly for Nashville.
Yeah,
But
and we
it's just
appreciate
an
that.
indication of what they do. They don't have to, but it's really a team effort.
Real team effort yesterday, yeah, it really
Yeah, it
was,
was.
so thank you.
Yep.
I'm good. I'm in great
Good.
shape.
Thanks for hiding.
Heidi, you got anything, Heidi?
I'm gonna get her back.
Okay.
Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for making time. And again, and to just echo Rich's comments, thank you for yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts. Everybody was able to be safe, and everybody was able to get around as best as they could.
Good, yeah.
And we appreciate that.
Thank
So,
you.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.